Hey, how you doing? You good? Great. On our play for this week, the industry is giving GTA a wide berth as it and all of us await its release date. In the meantime, though, this weekend has been a crazy weekend for big releases. My content there is just not great. All this and more on season 8, episode 49 of Press X Start Gamers Digest. I am your host, DJ, aka Sexy Bad Choices, aka I believe in interracial couples because Cloak and Dagger, they're legit. I am joined by
On MF Ross.
What does the MNF stand for?
I don't support it. And most people don't know.
Now you know who we are. Press X Start Gamers Digest is a video podcast that condenses the most important gaming news from this past week into an hour-long meal just for you. We are live on YouTube every Sunday when we can make it because life is hard. Guess what? Today's not Sunday.
But listening to us can be easy.
Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. All you have to do is sit down and just listen. You know, it's actually really easy. Also, don't forget, while you're listening to us, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the notification bell. Did you do it? Thank you. If you are listening to us and not watching, how about you just do the things that just ask you to do on your phone through YouTube and then go back to listening to us? You can do both at the same time. We know you're capable. Us, you're capable. Do it. Leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're currently tuned on. We appreciate that. If you want, you can join our conversation by joining our Discord at pressx2start.com/Discord. Okay. With that out the way, let us jump into the gaming news with number 1. Grand Theft Auto 6 release window will impact the whole industry as publishers are aiming to launch their titles as far away from it as possible. This comes to us from Wccftech by way of Francisco de Mio, I believe. Yes, it is. So, I mean, we kind of known this already. We've talked kind of around this.
I'm wondering if it's going to affect every form of media. Once they announce a release date, like, are some books going to maybe shuffle their shit around? Is some shows maybe going to,
podcasts?
Yeah, like, it's going to be 12 years at this point.
Yeah.
Good God.
It is really going to be.
When did GTA 5 come out?
Isn't that because 12 years would make
Okay,
that?
it is September 2013. So wait,
okay.
what the fuck?
Like, yeah, I mean, I could definitely see GTA 6 impacting most forms of entertainment. I mean, that is the scale of that game at this point. Like, it's a world stopper kind of a game.
Wow. Okay. I didn't realize that the PS4 came out 2 months
GTA 6 came out?
after GTA 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, GTA 5. Yeah. GTA 5 released on PS3 and Xbox.
Yeah, September 17th, 2013, and then the PS4 released November 15th. And Xbox November 22nd. Damn, I did not realize that. Okay, and then they released the upgraded version whenever the next year, which I bought. And played through
so yeah,
again.
it is. Your screen is okay. Whatever, you're good. So yeah, it is a thing of like this game is going to be massive, and it makes sense that the other publishers are wary of this, and they're like, okay, well, we're going to try to release our games around whenever GTA 6, hopefully before GTA 6 and not after GTA 6. But that just calls into question of, okay, do we as the publishers call Rockstar and like, hey, or actually call Take-Two and like, hey, when are you guys gonna put this game out? Like, at least give us like a window so we know. Like, you're kind of affecting our profits. So, the least you could do is just let us give us a season so we can just prepare. But I don't know. I don't know how the publishers work, if they even work that way or not. But it is a thing of it's just going to be crazy. Just to go back to the actual article, in a new report posted on Bloomberg today, it has been revealed that anticipation surrounding the game is so high that competing video game publishers are waiting as long as they can, committing to fall 2025 release dates for their games, as they want to see if GTA 6 will indeed release next year or if it will slip into 2020. Oh, that's the typo, 2026. And want to launch their games as far from it as possible. This is far from surprising considering how analysts expect it to be the biggest entertainment launch of all time. I don't think that's hyperbole. I think that is an actual fact. Like, the only way GTA 6 can be, I don't know, nope. There is no way GTA 6 can launch horrible. Like, the game itself could be bad, but that
I
launch
mean,
will
they're
still be
they're
tremendous.
they're actively working to not have that be the case, so I don't
Yeah, of
have
course.
any worries
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
One of the executives made a comment on some shit like that, like, "We can't
Mhm.
release this broken."
But, like, the reason why I say that is because last year, Activision released probably their worst reviewed Call of Duty game in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and that sold gangbusters still. Like, that was still, like, in the top 10 or even top 5, like, best-selling games of the year or whatever, and it's just like,
I don't think Activision was I mean, at this point, it's just yearly crack for people, so, I mean, I don't think they care
yeah.
about quality.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that. I think they do care about quality because, like, look at how Black Ops 6 turned out, where like
Yeah.
people are calling that a very quality experience, and it's just like, there are two different teams, yeah, but it is thing of like they are still trying to hit they're trying to hit a bar still. And it's just like, okay, well, they're obviously trying to do that, but they're doing it in a different way where it is, as you say, an annual experience where um GTA is like it's like a comet passing the night sky. You have to be there to actually see it happen, or else it doesn't happen to you. So yeah, this is just a thing that we all know. We all know that it is going to get here eventually. The hope is that it does come in 2025 and doesn't slip into 2026. But if it slips into 2026, then it's kind of like whatever. We've already waited this long for this game. We've seen a taste of it, and it looks amazing. Will it keep up to that trailer? Probably get close to that. Even if it doesn't, that's fine. As long as the gameplay is good. For me, like, okay, so do we got some time. So what do you have any big things that you want them to improve on from GTA 5 to GTA 6? While you're thinking, I'll give mine. And oh, do you have one already?
I was gonna say, I understand that GTA 5 is not a perfect game, but
Mhm.
I don't know what I would improve from it. It's not flawless, but I don't know if it's easily picked apart other than it just needs to not drop frames and it needs to be a rock steady experience.
Yeah.
Um, like bugs and clipping and stuff, you can't really program that out because people will do things that you can't test for.
Yeah, of course, of course.
So I I don't know what you got.
I mean, you know me. It's the controls. I think it's not even like, "Oh, these buttons are weird." It is just the their choice of how the character moves, where
Mhm,
it's not like when you stop pressing the analog stick, the character stops moving. They do a little jog step kind of thing. And even to do like micro movements, the character's like running around in a circle and you just want them to move a little bit to the right.
mhm.
And it's like that stuff, like as much as I love GTA, that stuff has always been like a pain point for me because just
That
like
might be a skill issue.
maybe it's a skill issue, but it's just like I wish they would just fix that because like for me,
Mhm.
I feel like if they just fix that, I'm totally into the GTA experience. Like I am there for it. Even the gunplay, I think, is not like the best third person gunplay ever. But again, this is GTA. This is GTA. Period. They do so many
This
different
isn't
things
Call of
in
Duty.
this
This
game.
is,
Yeah, exactly.
you
Yeah.
know
So it's like that part is acceptable. But like I've
mhm.
just had so many experiences where I'm just like, okay, I'm on the edge of this building or whatever, and I just want to get one step closer so I can shoot down, and then my guy just tumbles down the goddamn building. I'm just like, oh my god, I just. But yeah, that's me.
Like, I love their music selection always. It
Oh
has
yeah.
introduced me or reintroduced me to, classics, in other genres or other decades.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know, man, just, it already looks like they put more time into the strip club experience.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
wanna throw
man.
real money in real life, so, I can
Right.
live vicariously through, Bonnie and Clyde, whatever the hell her name is.
Yep. 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 Hey, man. It's a cheaper way of enjoying that experience.
You know what would be cool? I don't know if you explored this in GTA 4 where they had the comedy club and they had Ricky Gervais and Cat Williams. That'd be cool if they had shit like that again.
In GTA 4?
Yes.
Oh no, no, I didn't even. I
Did
will
you
say
play
that
GTA 4
GTA.
with Nico Bellic?
Yeah, I played GTA 4. That was probably my least like GTA game.
Wow, a lot
And
of people love that.
yeah, and honestly, I can't even really tell you why. Like,
I can
because
tell
it
you
was
why.
GTA. Like,
I can tell
why?
you why, because they changed the driving physics and they try to lean too far into the realism. So the cars felt
Yes.
sluggish compared to what came before
Yeah.
that? San
San
Andreas
Andreas,
and GTA
Vice
5.
City. Yeah.
It was 3 Vice City, San Andreas, but I'm
Okay. Yeah.
willing
Yeah.
to bet it was the driving dynamics and they had used a new Havoc engine with it, and it turned a lot of people off.
Okay. You know, when you said
So
when you mentioned driving thing, like I did have a core memory about the driving just being like, for some
it
reason,
felt
just didn't work
super
for me.
sluggish and all that,
Yeah.
but I'm
Yeah.
willing to bet that was your gripes with it. Just
Yeah.
overall, and then they switched it up when it came to GTA 5 again, but
Hmm.
that was most people's gripes with that. But yes, that had a lot of stuff in there, including, like I said, the comedy club, which it sounds like you don't
Yeah.
remember. I spent a
No,
lot of time.
I didn't even get there.
Yes, Cat
Yeah.
Williams had a comedy set, a 5-minute set in there, a
Yeah.
10-minute set, and so did Ricky Gervais.
Oh man. I might have to see if I can find that online or
I
something.
have played all
Yeah.
of Grand Theft Auto, even Chinatown Wars.
Oh, I didn't play that one. That's the top down one, right?
That is the GTA Game Boy Advance version,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
or whatever. I think that's Game Boy Advance. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just we can sit here and speculate when we're going to see the GTA 6
yeah.
reveal trailer of when the release date is, but we don't know. No one knows until they drop their YouTube video and just like, oh, I'm going to stop what I'm doing right now to watch this thing to figure out when this game is going to come and completely wreck my life. Let's go. Um, Number two, this, as I had mentioned earlier, has been a big weekend for gaming. First up, Marvel Rivals, which is the game I'll be talking about and what we've been playing second because I've been playing a whole lot of this game. Released this past weekend ish. Um, and within 3 days of its release, it hit 10 million players. It currently right now sits at 480, 990 all-time peak Steam players, which is crazy huge. The a number to like kind of bounce that off in terms of how well is that doing. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 remake, when that came out, that hit a all-time player count or all-time Steam peak of 491 plus or minus thousand. So that was like a benchmark. And Marvel Rivals is like super close to that. So I can see it probably hitting that probably between like season 1 and 2, when like actually between season 0, which is what it is right now, and season 1, where like people are like, oh, okay, this is like really taking off kind of thing. Yeah, man, the game is great. I will talk more about what we've been playing. Not gonna talk about it here. The next thing is you should be excited for this one, Sean, because this is a game that you can now play with the power of your new gaming PC. And actually, no, that's not right. That's not right. I forgot to switch the video. So Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is doing super well. You gonna say something?
Wondering if I want to play this for free or if I want to buy it on PS5. I still value purchasing games and voting with your dollars.
Yeah,
I'm on the fence. We'll see.
yeah. Well, I mean, so far, okay. So I will give the story of my experience of hearing about this game and just like
Mhm.
kind of being like, oh no, that's terrible. And then like, oh, this is actually sounding like this is like a really strong game. Like, oh, this is great. So when the game, the first people who I heard talk about it was kind of funny. Greg Miller reviewed it, and he was really low on the game. Like he gave the game, I think, a 6.5 or a 6 out of 10, and I was like, oh no, that's not good at all. Like that really sucks for Xbox that another game is coming out that's just not doing well. And then the next night or the next day, more reviews dropped for the game, and it was sitting like at 87 on Opencritic. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then like to hear other people talk about the game, and it's what I what I've grasped from all the review talk that I've heard about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is that this is a authentic Indiana Jones experience.
Yeah.
And the game's not perfect, of course, but there is so much indie here that if you are a fan of Indiana Jones, you're gonna love this. Troy Baker's performance of Indiana Jones is probably like I can see Troy Baker's performance for Indiana Jones being nominated for next year's Game Awards, because just Indiana Jones missed the deadline for this year's Game Awards, because like people are like it is crazy how well he like recreates that voice, and like some people are just like, oh, it
Well, he
feels
said he
like,
wasn't going for recreating the voice. So
oh really,
we'll see how that goes. Yeah, he said that
yeah,
was not his aim.
oh well, he
He did it anyway.
yeah, right. He missed and still hit the bullseye somehow.
Mm, it is what it is.
Oh no, oh no, oh my audio's still going though.
I see you. I
Yeah.
hear you.
Okay. Well. Okay. Okay. I'm back. I'm back. Yeah. Yeah. Like it's just doing super well. So that's awesome. Um. Yeah. I got nothing really to say. I don't think Jordan's playing it yet. I think he's playing Star Wars still or something. So we'll have more on it when uh if Sean, you decide to play it on Game Pass PC or whatever, or if you just
Yeah.
wait until next year. So yeah, it's doing well. Of course, because this is Xbox, we don't have any numbers on it. We don't know how well it's doing on the player base side. And then again, it's a single player game. It's about, I think, like 15, 20 hours to beat kind of thing.
Mhm.
So, I wouldn't expect those numbers to be super crazy, but I don't know. And the last little game, big thing to release is Infinite Nikki. We didn't really talk about this game too much at all because to me it did kind of seem a little throwaway. But apparently, what do I know? Because Infinite Nikki has topped 10 million downloads in just 4 days. This comes from Eurogamer.net. Like, what? What? I don't know, man. Like
I don't know
that's
what to
awesome. Yeah, the article comes from Vicky Blake. But yeah, it apparently what Infinite Nikki is if you are in the club of I guess a Genshin Impact like dress up game where you do puzzles and stuff. Yeah, props to them. Props to you, player base. If you're playing this game right now while talking or while listening to us, you can multitask. You're pretty awesome. All right. That is it for the major stuff. Before we get into other stuff like Borderlands 4 and Mafia: The Old Country, maybe showing at the Game Awards. Hey, you listener, you doing good? Great. Subscribe to us right now. We're waiting. Like this video after you subscribe, and then hit the notification bell that you see after you subscribe. So do all those things. Thank you. If you're listening, leave us a review, do all the good stuff. Okay, let's jump back up and let's get through this other news stuff. Number 3, Borderlands 4 and Mafia: The Old Country to be shown at the Game Awards 2024. This comes to us also from Wccftech by way of Alicio Palumbo. Nailed it. Following Randy Pitchford's social tease that the Borderlands 4 reveal would be coming up, the official franchise page on X has now confirmed that the game will be shown at Jeff Keighley's The Game Awards 2024 show. The tweet also boasts how it will be the franchise's most ambitious installment to date. Sure. The game, I'm not going to read all that. Yeah, so were you a big Borderlands person?
No. And that might be just because I tried to play it solo. I don't know what the playing with friends would feel like.
It's a little better. Like I played it with Avery. I played Borderlands 3 with Avery, I believe. No, Borderlands 2.
I was about to say, I'm sure that banter was completely different than me and Marcus.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. And it's like I like the idea of the billions of guns you can get in the game, but beyond that, a lot of that game is kind of throwaway. And that is except for Handsome Jack. Handsome Jack is an awesome villain. He's cool. But like it is a thing of I'm not craving a Borderlands game right now,
Mhm.
and I really haven't been for a very long time. So it's kind of like I I guess I'm kind of the demographic because I like shooters,
Yeah.
but it's just like there's so much stuff out there for us to be playing right now that's not super. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how strong the story is in that franchise. I know people love the Tiny Tina's whatever,
Oh, the
but
D&D inspired Border. Yeah, yeah. Actually,
uh,
yeah,
so I
I
mean, I
think they
guess
did
the
pretty good.
market is there, but time will tell.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I
that's
mean,
not
then
for me, I
they
guess.
yeah, they showed a trailer for it. I think last Game Awards, where it was just like the bandit mask, and it seems like they chose a different art style for the game. It's
Mm,
not using the cell shaded approach; it's using a more like realistic look, which I personally I think that could be a mistake, just because I feel like
that's
the
their
art
thing.
style of Borderlands, yeah, it was like a part of that game. So for them to switch styles is like, all right, sure. But I also don't think a lot of the main cast is going to be in that game. So I don't know. But yeah, the other game they talked about was Mafia: The Old Country. Um, I haven't played any of the Mafia games. You did though, right?
Tried one. I didn't. Oh, you know what? I tried Mafia 3, but I didn't get that far in it because it didn't grab me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So we'll see. They showed a trailer for Mafia: The Old Country. I think last year at the Game Awards as well. Maybe I think. Um, yeah, those are that. And then there's other stuff that's happening at the Game Awards. Snoop Dogg apparently is going to be performing. That's cool. We'll see how that goes. Um, there's been big announcements teased. I didn't really decide to like look into it or like try to cover it. It's just whatever.
I
It's
like to
gonna
be
happen.
surprised. It's only
Yeah,
3 days away.
exactly. And then Xbox teases something small, which I'm just like, what? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not super like, as Sean said, it's close, so it's whatever. Number 4, Hideo Kojima seems to be testing Death Stranding 2, but it's not going well. I fell asleep twice while on delivery and ran the vehicle into a cliff. This comes from Games Radar. My way of
So he added a
avoiding it.
sleeping mechanic or a energy mechanic to Death Stranding 2. I'm curious.
Wait, wait, wait. The character fell asleep.
Correct. He added a sleeping mechanic or a rest mechanic. Energy something. He added a sleep, a new mechanic to it. So I'm guessing you have to eat
That's
maybe
great.
or sleep or
That's
consume
great.
something. You know what? I would imagine this is almost like Snake Eater where you had to keep on eating.
I mean,
What you're eating in a post whatever the hell world that is,
yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Wait, you can eat those little grub caterpillar things, couldn't you? In
I
Death
believe so.
Stranding.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, why
Yeah.
am I asking you? You didn't fucking play.
Hey,
Never mind.
hey. I played where it counted. I played the video
You could play these hands.
game.
Next story.
Yeah. Oh, so that article is by Alex Rezbeck. Rezbeck?
Yeah.
Rezbeck. Okay. Nailed it. I'm getting a little better with these names. He's just throwing these letters together. Just okay. Number 5. Elden Ring director Hideaki
Taka
Miyazaki. I don't know why I
Miyazaki.
stumbled on that. Yes.
Yeah.
Says FromSoftware isn't really considering Elden Ring 2 right now, but still not ruling out more of the lands between in the future. This comes to us from Games Radar
Well,
by way
Catherine
by
Lewis.
way of
We'll see what
yeah,
have
Catherine Lewis.
Sony has to say about this.
So
After they
I think
yeah.
this is hilarious because it is a thing of the only people who really want an Elden Ring 2
Mhm.
would be us, the fans who have played it. I mean, me personally, I don't need Elden Ring 2. I want more armor core. I want more armor core. That's where I'm at. And we're gonna get more armor core. That's where we're at. But Elden Ring 1 was such a masterpiece for that genre where it's like I don't really I mean, I guess they could kind of continue the story, but like I don't that story is just so convoluted that I'm just like okay,
This
whatever.
is wow. It took them only 5 years to make?
I mean, yeah, yeah, that kind of makes
I
sense
mean,
because
considering how long, like, other shit I'm hearing, like, I mean, Cyberpunk is sufficiently large enough a game. How long
yeah,
did Concord take?
not no, that's Helldivers took 9 years.
Wow.
No, Concord took like
8
less
years.
than 5. Was it 8
No,
years?
it says 8 years. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they Sony bought them in like 2021.
Mhm.
Yeah, so like eh, I will say I appreciate Elden Ring for the game. I think it is a very solid constructed game, but
Yeah. You don't like the way the story was told. We get you.
oh, this yes, you're correct about that. But this is beyond this. This is move the story stuff to the side. The actual like production of this game, I could see how it's made in 5 years because it's a deep game, but like
Yeah.
it is all interconnected. So it's just like it's like it's a typical game kind of thing. It's just like that kind of makes sense. It's just you know, it's a game. I don't know. I'm kind of going around in a circle, and I'd rather not get the 10, 15 comments of how dare you talk about Elden Ring in this way and blah 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 blah. But yeah, again, like this is this is, as you say, like, yeah, we'll see what Sony has to say about this, because it's like, this is what they feel right now, given their current position. But like, it's going to change once the whole deal thing goes through. If it goes through, but most likely it will go through. So yeah, we'll see. But again, like in terms of other games they'll be making, more than likely they'll be making another, like, probably like, I mean, they could probably revisit Sekiro or Bloodborne. Bloodborne will probably happen, but whatever. And of course Armor Core. But like, I we know for a fact that more Armor Core stuff is coming. And then they even said that, they wouldn't mind going doing more stuff in the actual world of Elden Ring. So it's probably more DLC, which I think makes more sense, because you can stretch out that content in a, more succinct way than doing like a whole new game that's going to take them another like 5 to 6 years to make. So it's like, do DLC, make money. Number 6, EA announces it will patent 23 accessibility technologies that will be available to developers royalty free to reduce or eliminate as many barriers to access as possible and empower our gamers. This comes to us from. Wait. There it is. Nope. Where did I put this story? Oh, here you are. Oh, that is not where it's supposed to be. Okay. This comes to us from Cole Martin. So 6 of the 23 newly patent technologies are set to be released this year, including intelligent personalized speech recognition, the IRIS plug in the what? Oh, and the Unreal Engine 5, and motion-based music style change using deep learning. Um, this is all really cool. I'm not going to really dig too far into this, because this is just a lot of um, high tech stuff. But yeah, like, for the fact that you gonna say something?
I was gonna say I see Apex Legends ping system is another accessibility technology from EA that is widely used by overwhelmingly number of players. It's also
Yeah.
become the standard for team-based games, and it's funny because remember when it first came out, we was like, "This shit needs to be everywhere," and
Yes.
so said, so done. It's slowly
Yep.
trickling out to everybody else.
Yeah. It's like, I think this is. I would love for more publishers to do this kind of thing, where it's like, hey, look,
Yeah.
we're not going to uh, gatekeep just normal systems in the game, like, especially when it comes to things like accessibilities, where, you know, why are you making money off of this stuff when you should just make it open for everyone else to use, to allow more people to
Yeah, there's
play
certain things that
games?
shouldn't have been patented, like the fucking Nemesis system from the,
Oh, Shadow
Lord of the
Mordor.
Rings game. Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
patented it and then did nothing with it. Fucking
yeah.
great.
Or even like, I didn't put it on the list, but like, or Nintendo, or I guess Pokemon Company patenting the Pokeball thing. Like,
Oh, yeah, 'cause that's
it's
what they're going
like,
after,
yeah,
Power World
and
for.
like, Power World actually changed their capture system because of that, so they don't do the ball thing anymore, and it's just
The
like,
chains on you?
right, it's a collar. Oh no, but yeah, it's just like, what, like, that stuff is always weird to me. It's like, you don't really have to do all that. We know what Pokemon is, and if anyone tries to copy Pokemon, then it's just like, you're not Pokemon. You're just not Pokemon. Yeah, so this is cool. I'm not gonna go too far into
Mhm.
this. I'm gonna let it ride. Okay, so
Yeah.
we got some quick hits. Number 7, former God of War art director joins Naughty Dog. This comes to us from VGC by way of Tom Ivan. So Raph
Steady.
Grassetti,
Mhm.
he originally worked at Sony Santa Monica. He left there to join Netflix to do a AAA Netflix game. Man, my video quality has been complete crap. Jeez. He joined Netflix, and Netflix shut down the studio. So
bitches.
Yeah, right. So he left like his really cushiony job at Sony Santa Monica for this New Horizon. New Horizon turned out to be just set dressing, and the whole production just died. But then he got picked up by Naughty Dog, which I think is just kind of an awesome full circle for this art director. Yeah, so, like I actually I've been following him for a very long time on Instagram, and like his artwork is just so amazing. So the fact that he is, still going to be producing from Sony, or I guess producing for PlayStation, is awesome. And essentially that talent just gets to stay within
Apparently,
the
he's on Neil
confines.
Druckmann's team. Like,
Say again?
whatever team it is. Apparently, he's on Neil Druckmann's team. However they divvy up teams and
Hmm.
squads in Naughty Dog, he's allegedly working directly with Neil Druckmann.
That's all. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Mm.
I mean, speaking of Naughty Dog, like I feel like, we probably won't see anything yeah, we probably won't see anything from Game Awards. I think we'll probably see a Naughty Dog thing probably next year at their like whatever showcasing they do, probably in like March or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I think for Game Awards we're probably going to see Wolverine stuff. That's my prediction. And then the last thing is, this is just like kind of a weird thing from Call of Duty that's happened. So Call of Duty fans give Black Ops 6 Zombie Santa loading screen the finger amidst AI slop backlash. This comes from IGN. Um, so essentially, what happened is that Call of Duty put out a, one of their graphics, or whatever, and it's a zombie Santa Claus. And the weird thing is that the zombie Santa Claus has 6 fingers, or has 5 digits and then a thumb to make 6 total fingers. And people are just like, "Oh, that's weird. Why would they do that?" Go ahead.
That shit was intentional, as we discussed earlier.
Yeah, there's that. So it is a thing of like, more than likely every piece of art that is put out to the public is signed off on, and because it's art, it's probably signed off on by like a art director or some kind of art manager or whatever that is looking through that stuff to make sure everything looks good before they post it out. So
It's quite possible they just glanced at it and didn't catch it. But
yeah,
if
I
they were
mean
smart, they
that's
would own it and be like, "Yeah, it's 6 fingers for Black Ops 6," which I thought I thought, but
right. I mean, yeah, like your your reasoning for it was a very like smart, like, oh, that would actually be cool if they just like, yeah, it's 6, it's Black Ops 6, of course. Like, why didn't you think about that, consumer? But it is a thing of like, it's weird. And then people did the investigation stuff that they normally do, and they started looking at other graphics that was present in the load screen graphics or whatever, and people start noticing some inconsistencies.
like,
And
it's not gonna stop them from playing though.
no,
It's
it's
empty.
not.
It's empty bitching.
Yeah, but the only thing is that Activision, like, as we mentioned before, actually I should tell the actual full article, because we had our talks off podcast.
Yeah.
But basically, Call of Duty is on Steam, and Valve had made a rule where if you're using generative AI in your games, you have to disclose it and say that you are using the stuff for whatever purposes, right? Call of Duty, as it is right now, they don't have no disclosure on their Steam page. So to Valve, they're not using generative AI, but people are looking through these graphics and they are noticing like AI inconsistencies, and it's just like, okay, this is weird. This is kind of feeling like there might be AI stuff. And then on top of that, last year for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, there was a whole thing about one of the skins being like
Generated.
AI
Yeah.
created or something. Yeah. So it's like, this isn't a new thing for Call of Duty, but they still haven't did anything to disclose that the fact that they're using AI. So like, that's really the one thing that they can be dinged on, is that they're not disclosing this stuff. But other than that, like as you said, Sean, like it's not necessarily affecting the gameplay or performance of the game itself or your ability to get in and out of these lobbies or whatever. So it's just like it's just a little thing. That could be a problem though. That could be a problem because this is AI and it's dealing with artwork, and these are, possibly people that could be actually creating this stuff that aren't there because they got let go by Microsoft when Microsoft the fired like 1,900 people. So
Hmm.
yeah, I froze again. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for the gaming news. Oh, that was a doozy. All right, let's talk about the games we've been playing. Sean, you been playing anything?
Retro.
Okay.
Just
Wait, what you been
Balatro on
playing?
mobile.
Oh, Balatro. Okay, okay.
Balatro. Yeah.
True, true, true. Yeah, okay. So as I mentioned, I have been playing Marvel Rivals. I don't I don't feel like I need to give a description of this game because it is just Overwatch with Marvel characters. And that's pretty much what it is. If you know what Overwatch is, you know what Marvel Rivals is. If you know who Captain America is, imagine Captain America in Overwatch, but the camera being instead of being inside of Captain America's head, it's on his back because it's a third person version of Overwatch. And I absolutely love this game. I'm switching the video out. It is to note that when Overwatch came out, I had a Overwatch era where I was playing Overwatch as much as I played Call of Duty, and I just wasn't playing Call of Duty at the time when I was playing Overwatch, and I that was like maybe like a year and a half or so that I just like mainline Overwatch. And Marvel Rivals feels like it's doing that kind of thing to me right now. I'm just like, man, I just want to play this game. Even when I'm getting like, I'm kind of bored. I'm kind of tired of this. I'll play another match. I'm just like, I'll just pick another character out of the 33 characters that they have in this game on launch that will all be free going forward. Like it's crazy. Um, do you have any urge or any like inkling to play this?
I mean, I would like to, but I just don't have the time right now to get into like multiplayer stuff and get good.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's
Yeah.
still hot when I have the time.
And I really think it will be. Like I feel like I mean, this could just be, the bit of bias in me because I am enjoying this game, but I feel like it will have legs and
Mhm.
they're doing a good job with like integration stuff. So right now they are integrating the MCU like costumes into the game already. So like I'm playing the trailer for some of the costumes. So like you can get Spider-Man, Iron Man, you can get Scarlet Witch, you can get the Guardians of the Galaxy characters, and basically the highlight characters from the the MCU movies into the game. So like I think it's really cool. I feel like you would be able to jump in with us whenever you're free because I feel like we're going to be playing this for a while.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
gonna be
say
hard
we.
carrying me.
I mean, the other thing that I will say that the game is pretty easy to pick up,
Mhm.
but it is hard to master because you you end up learning your character, but then you also have to learn the characters to avoid. So like
I
Iron
mean, that's
Fist.
Overwatch. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But like, for example, Iron Fist, like that man will put the pause on anybody, and he don't care who it is, as long as that person has a health bar, he can put hands on it. And you just know if you hear any kind of punching and kicking around you, you need to one look around you and two get away. Just get away and like find your friends or whatever. And then Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man's also like very handsy, it's abusive. But yeah, the game is a lot of fun. I don't want to sit here and start going through characters and stuff that I'm playing with, because I'm playing with Cloak and Dagger. I'm playing with Scarlet Witch. I'm playing Black Widow. I'm playing a little bit of Iron Man. I started playing with Thor. I'm playing with a bunch of characters. I'm trying to go through all the characters to get a sense of like the full roster of characters. But again, it is 33 characters, and that's just a lot of time to like really think through like, okay, how does this kit work? How does this kit work in actual combat? Like, how can I support my people? How can I move around with this stuff? So it's a lot, but I think they handled it really, really well. Am I at a place to give this a review? Yeah, I think I'm pretty much at like an 8 out of 10 with this game. Um, it is a thing of there are uh right now it's in season 0, so it's kind of just getting off the ground. You have these daily missions you can do. There's also an event that we're a part of right now, which is like the Doom event. So you're doing stuff daily, you're doing stuff kind of weekly to like get these stuff done, then you get currency. The only
Yeah.
thing is like, because it's all new, the currency, I'm still kind of like, what do I exactly do with this? Like there's items you get in the game that just have like flavor text on it. I'm just like, is this just for show, or does this actually amount to something later on that we just don't know about yet? Um, Other than that, there's been leaks of even more characters coming. So like the Human Torch, um, Ultron, Mr. Fantastic, the Thing, and then like two more characters, I think. Oh, Blade, and then one more character, I believe. So like this game, like they seem to have this stuff in pretty locked down in terms of what they're going to do going forward. And like the
Yeah.
art style in this game is just absolutely amazing. And I didn't have any issues with logging into the game, like getting dropped from matches or anything like that. Like it's been a very, very good and solid experience for me, which has been also amazing with so many people being on the game. And then also, I guess, shout out to the podcast people. It's been me, it's been Marcus, it's been Cam, aka the dad that came back with the milk, and he's ready to play with us for a bit before he goes away again. It's been Xavier from the podcast chat. It's been Chris from the podcast chat,
So how many
and
people can play on one team?
6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, even with like 5 of us like rolling as a team, we
Mhm.
are finding the one person who's joining with us, and sometimes there's synergy where they're actually like doing what they're supposed to do with the characters they pick. Sometimes it's just like, why is that person going out there thinking this is Call of Duty and thinking he about to get like, or they're about to get like a kill streak, and they get washed, and they're like, well, I guess we'll wait for them to come back to us, and then we'll just go out there and secure the payload like an Overwatch game. But yeah, the game is good. The game is really good. I am pleasantly surprised with this because I was kind of worried about um the how the game looks, because I've only see it run on PC, and it feels very like Twitch shooter kind of thing, because everyone's like moving with the mouse and shaking all that stuff. But like it works well on controller. Like it works really well on controller, to the point where like, I mean, actually I go back and forth be doing like PC
Probably try
crossplay.
it this weekend or something at some point.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I definitely think you should try it. I think like just whenever you get on, like let anybody on the chat know, and they'll jump in with you. Um, Preferably like Chris or Marcus, because they have Overwatch experience, and they'll be able to be like, hey, let's stick together, stick the point or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, um, that's it. That's it. That's my Overwatch talk. That is it for the podcast. We hope you enjoyed this episode and us talking about video games, talking about GTA, talking about Marvel Rivals, talking about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, talking about Miyazaki not wanting to do Elden Ring too, and everything else that we talked about today on this episode of Press X Start Gamers Digest. Don't forget, you can support us by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and hitting the notification bell. Don't forget, you can leave us a review on whatever podcast service you're using. Don't forget, you can join our Discord at pressx2start.com/Discord. I almost had a brain fart there. I didn't. I brought it back in. Also, you know what? I heard or learned that, you know, the microbiome that you have in your tummy, you have a microbiome in your brain. There's like, we got brain bugs. Weird thing. Look it up. All right, guys. You take care. You be safe, and you keep playing video games because they will be there for you, just like we will be here for you next week when we talk about the Game Awards and all things that happen. Oh my, your camera is freaking.
Yeah, out. I'm gonna buy a specialized camera. I don't know what the hell's going on with this.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
Okie dokie. Artichoke. Yeah, I'm gonna buy a special what's a who's you.
Yeah.